Hi, Nat here with Griffin Games and Comics. I'm here to answer the question, where do I start if I want to start reading Batman comics? I'll deliver a few recommendations at first, and if you stick around, I'll also talk about a couple of titles that are absolutely fantastic, but may not be best as a first read. This is a fantastic origin story of Batman. It was in continuity for a very long time. It is simple in its style, but it's very, very well thought out, well written, and well illustrated. The panel layouts are done in such a way that they're easy for the reader to follow, which is an important thing if you're looking to start out in a comic book. This book introduces Jim Gordon and Catwoman in such a way that it ties them directly to Batman's origin. This is what I would call the intro to the modern Batman. Heavy use of technology, lots of gadgets. One of the best parts of Batman is his rogues gallery, and this one has kind of a villain's parade. You get to see Joker, you get to see Riddler, you get Harley Quinn, Catwoman, and you get an introduction to basically the entirety of the Bat family. And even Superman has his appearance in this book. This is a great recommendation. It's an action movie and detective story Batman. This is a masterwork that is going to go down as one of the great runs in Batman's history. It is once again a modern version of the character, heavy use of technology. This postulates the question of what would happen if Gotham City itself was against Batman. This has some of the best storytelling I've read in years, and the art is absolutely phenomenal. Scott and Greg, they will mess with your senses as a reader. I don't want to spoil anything, but there's some real page turners in this story. I do want to go over a couple of titles that are amazing. They're things you've probably already heard of, but they're not great starting points. We'll start with Batman: The Dark Knight Returns. This is one of the seminal works in Batman's history. It's not an easy read. It's something that expects you to know a few things about Batman's history. It deals with 1980s politics, which may not be your forte, and although the panels are amazing, they're kind of tough to follow. There's a lot going on in each one of these pages, so for as far as storytelling goes, you can really get lost in what's actually happening. There's a lot of small frames that are referencing TV screens. Once again, an amazing work, but not the place to start. Once again, you've probably heard about this. This is one of the seminal Joker stories. Really gives you some insight into what's really wrong with this character. It's extremely dark. It takes Batman to places that he'd never gone before. It was groundbreaking, and it is still a fantastic read. But it's not a good place to start. Its darkness is almost overwhelming in the way that it's read. It's not a good way to get yourself into reading, but it is something that you should go to after you've read a few of the previous recommendations, especially if you love the Joker character. Well, I hope that was informative and at least gets you an idea of where you want to go to start. Thanks for watching, and if you have any more questions, we'll see you in the store.